Hi everybody, I'm back with part 3 of the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae. My name is Jean, thanks for tuning in. The high-rise photograph we're analyzing is called Possible Olivine-Rich Terrain, and you can find the URL to this high-rise photograph in the description below. Acquired on the 17th of August 2008, 25 centimeters per pixel, and I'll be showing you images cropped from the JP2B and white map projected file. And in this video we're analyzing the fifth of this part of the photograph, so this region over here. The first anomaly right there in the center of the screen, about 5 meters wide. If we zoom in on it, it looks like a little disc. This one's about 4 meters in diameter with 2 little winglets on either side, and right there in the center what looks like a little dome. So could this be some type of little craft, maybe some structure of some kind, maybe even a machine, some technology of sorts, or maybe just a natural anomaly. Let me know what you guys and girls make of this one. And then in this region of the photograph, this is where I found this huge disc, about 12 meters in diameter. And if we look close up, we can see it's got this rounded edge, got some depth to it over here on this one side, and the left-hand side seems to be partially buried in sand and dust. And then it's tilted up against what looks like a boulder on the right there. So could this be another disc-like craft, structure, some type of technology, or just some weird geological feature? There's a couple more that I found that look similar. This one over here is from part 1, the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae. And this one down here, a little bit smaller, part 2, the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae. Some more matching objects, some similar design. The next anomaly over here looks like a huge megalithic block, measuring about 10 by 8 meters. And up close we can see it's got relatively straight, well-defined edges, rounded corners, and then 90-degree angles. And then on top we've got this smaller square. It looks like a bevel's been cut around the edge of this block. Could that be part of some ruin or structure? Here we're looking at another one of these. It's got what looks like 2 little knobs on it, or protrusions. And that block is about 8 by 4 meters. And those little protrusions on it measure about 2 meters. So we zoom up close, we've got this rounded edge to it. Got straight edges on the side and 90-degree angle right there. And then we've got those 2 protrusions next to one another, parallel to this one side. And then here to the side we've got what looks like some type of debris, maybe some wreckage perhaps. Got straight edges to it, 90-degree angle there and there. Rather strange item as well. And this anomaly over here, I found so many of these in this series and the previous one that I'm not even going to show the similarities there. There's just too many. But for those that don't have too many matching counterparts, I'll be showing you in this video. This one over here measures about 8 meters across. And the little feature right there in the center, that little disc, is about 2 to 3 meters in diameter. We've got this rounded edge, and then on either side we've got that line running through there with 90-degree angles on either side. Through the center we've got that little circular feature. So very similar to another item I found in part 2, the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae. Also has this rounded edge, and then the same type of, I don't know what to call it, like a part cutting on the side, check that out there. Also a 90-degree angle. And then on top we've got that little structure. It's like a hexagon shaped roof. Some symmetry in that as well. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at multiple anomalies. Let's check this one over here out first. It measures about 12 meters across, and that little protrusion on it is about 2 to 3 meters wide. Got straight edges, and then right there in the center, this strange protrusion. Lots of those in this series and the previous one. Now we're looking at what looks like a block, maybe a slab broken off from some other structure, or maybe even some wreckage. Measures about 8 by 8 meters, and got a smooth flat surface, well-defined edges, slightly elevated off the surface there, comes down to a rounded side there. We're looking at this structure towards the left of this crop. The little triangle on top. Each side measures about, let's see, I'd say about 8 by 8 by 8 meters. We zoom in, check at the triangle. Well-defined edges, right angle over here. And then it's on top of a larger base. I don't know what that could be. Also very similar to some others we found, but we'll check those out as we go along. Check this out here, very similar as well. The base is about 8 by 6 meters, and the little protrusion on it measures about 4 meters across. Got this, what looks like slightly convex in shape, this larger slab or base, 90-degree angles and rounded corners, and then off towards the one side, this strange circular protrusion. So let's check out some matching anomalies here. We've got one from part 1, the discs and rains of Pyramus Fossae. Also a rounded feature on top of a larger slab or base. And then over here we've got a similar, almost triangular block. Part 2, the discs and rains of Pyramus Fossae. And very similar in design and orientation on that larger slab or base. Some more matching design elements. Now we're looking at a feature that looks as if it's been molded or sculpted. That little rounded disc shape there in the center is about 6 meters in diameter. So let's zoom up close. We can see this larger piece, slightly carved in. We've got that rounded disc shape right there. So as I say, it looks as if it's manufactured, very unnatural looking as well. Some type of building or structure maybe. Now we're looking at a heart-shaped object. This one's about 12 meters across. And let's zoom up close. This is in a really blurry, out of focus part of the photograph. You can see there's some symmetry in this. We've got these two rounded sides, and then through the middle, this narrow protrusion. As I say, like a heart-shaped object. Now we're looking at what looks like a broken up structure consisting of multiple pieces. Let's see, that sphere over there measures about 2 to 3 meters in diameter. We zoom up close, we can see it consists of triangular parts broken up into pieces. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side over here seems to be missing. And then there in the center we've got that block. Look at the well-defined edge on this one. Not as eroded as all the other blocks. A straight edge there. And then on top of each of these we've got these dark spots. Same size. As I say, could that be some type of structure that's totally destroyed? Here we've got another object that looks rather weird. What gives it away is the little cone on the one side over there, which measures about 2 meters across. Check that out. Maybe that could even be a little pyramidal feature again. Also sticks out like a sore thumb. On top of that heavily eroded block. Here we've got another one of these little teardrop shaped anomalies. This one's about 10 meters long. And the protrusion on it is about 2 to 3 meters across. Check this out. Looks like a teardrop shape. And in the center of the rounded part, we've got that little protrusion and what looks like a hole that's been cut into it of about a meter in diameter. Now we're looking at the item to the top right, about 8 meters in diameter. Close, it's got like a disc shape to it, and then on top a rather strange protrusion as well. Right there in the center. Here we've got another one of these teardrop shaped anomalies. This one's about 10 meters long by about 6 meters wide. And the little dome on top of it is about 2 to 3 meters in diameter. Look at that, there's some symmetry to this as well. The two straight sides with that rounded side to the top. Let's compare it to some others I found in this series. Check that out here. We've got another teardrop shape there. And then another one over here. This one's also got a protrusion right there in the rounded part, like the three others over here. Some more common designs. Here we're looking at rather strange anomaly as well. Measures about 10 meters tall by about 6 meters wide. And what makes this one look rather strange is this U-shaped part over here. And then in the center we've got that little square block. Could this be some type of sculpture on this larger base, which also has a ridge line running through the center over there? Let's compare it to another one I found in part 1, the Sidonian Neolithic artists and builders. Also a large piece with a ridge line running through the center. Some common design elements there. Here we've got another one of these multiple-sided objects. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. I wonder if this is another one of those almost hexagonal shaped objects. This one's about, let's see, each side is about 6 by 6 by 6 meters. We zoom out close, check out the symmetry in this. We've got these three sides, quite well defined edges, and then right there in the center those two dark spots, similar size. And just another one of these that looks similar is this one from Sidonian Neolithic Artists and Builders of Mars Part 1. Also nice straight edges and some geometry, some similar design elements. We've also got these two protrusions. like we do over there. Okay, here we're looking at this anomaly right here in the center. Not sure what to make of this piece. Looks like some type of metal plate or wreckage that's bent up, smashed up piece. That dark spot is about, let's see, 4 meters across. Check out the two straight edges over here. And then, as I say, this side looks as if it's been bent up. What could that hole there be? Rather strange looking anomaly as well. Okay, more of these. They look like tombstone artifacts in inverted commas. I don't know what else to call them. They're in a strange sort of tombstone shape. This one's about 12 meters long, and the protrusion on it is about 2 meters across. Zoom in, check out the symmetry in this design. Through the center line there, we've got that long, narrow, rectangular part that's been carved in there. And then the circular part there. Looks almost like an Egyptian ankh symbol. Could that be some type of glyph? Similar ones, check this out. This is from the Sardonian Neolithic Artists and Builders Part 2. These two bottom ones, also similar design. Here's another one of these anomalies. There's dozens and dozens of these in this series and in the previous one. The protrusion or cone on it measures about 3 meters in diameter. Check that out there, right there in the center. Through the center line you've got that hole that's been drilled out there. And then a strange part just below it. It's got multiple sides to it. It's about 6 meters across. And again, this is one of these that I'm not sure about. This looks almost as if it's in the shape of a little cross maybe. But also some symmetry in this side. Two rounded sides. Okay, here we're looking at this anomaly to the left. Another one of these round disc-shaped objects measuring about 12 meters across. And right there in the center we've got what look like two little domes or spheres and a little slot cut into the one side. And there's a similar one from the Sardonian Neolithic Artists and Builders, Part 3. So a very common design element there. Got a little sphere or dome there in the center as well. And then we're looking at the anomaly just above it to the left as well. Strange about this one is the little tic-tac or cigar-shaped object on it, measuring about 3 meters long and about 1 meter wide. Check that out, very unusual feature as well. There's a weird object over here consisting of what looked like two little triangles, and each of them has a little protrusion on it. That measures about 12 meters across. I don't know if this is two pieces or whether slot's been cut into the side here. And then some similar design features, this one over here and that one over there to the right. This is from the Sardonian Neolithic Artists and Builders on Mars Part 3. This is a nice example over here of these triangular objects. Check out that little protrusion right there at the apex. Same with this one. This is in the blurry part of the photograph again. What's interesting about this anomaly in the center of the screen is the 3 dark spots or holes in this, what looks like a slab. The holes are about, let's see, 1.5 meters in diameter, and they're arranged in a perfect triangular pattern. Check that out. Okay, in this image we're checking out this object to the top right, and also a very blurry part of the photograph. Interesting design. Check it, the straight edges coming up to a sharp apex over there, and on either side we've got what look like 2 little winglets, and then through the center we've got these 3 protrusions or parts. This looks like a little triangle over there. So what the heck could that be? With that said, we've reached the end of this current episode, part 3 of the discs and rains of Pyramus Fossae. To my new subscribers, thanks for joining. I do appreciate it. My regular viewers and subscribers, thank you for your support. I'm also available on PayPal and Patreon if you'd like to contribute to my research and my work. Please comment below. Let me know what you make of the anomalies in this video. I hope you found it informative and interesting. Ciao for now. I'll see you in the next one.